Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Kol Haloim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad. The Akim and the Akwat that's listening in. Yahweh Ratazah. Lord willing that the lesson is edifying. It's the brother Shuwab. I'm back at you with another lesson. And going into the title. All right. All fun and games till it's time to go. All right. And that's basically based off what's going on with this draft. All right. What's going on with, people that signed up to join the military for beneficial purposes, signed up for the money, thinking that they were going to eat off of American government, off of government military purposes, you see, because you get a lot of benefits when you join the military, all right? But here it is, it's all fun and games until it's time to go. And it's till it's time for you to go out and go serve your country, you see. And I'm going to bring out a couple of videos, all right? Showing you, man, these people are not going to come back, all right? All these people that have joined the military, here it is, you fight for your country. You're fighting for a fucking country that don't even give a shit about you. All right, here it is, you're fighting, for Esau, okay, which could care less about any single one of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and that's why they're going to throw you on the front line, You're out here fighting a war, all right, for these elites, basically, because these elites are the ones that wage war, man, all right? But here it is, you'll join their military for a paycheck, for a couple of benefits such as, a car, a fucking place to live, all right? Instead of putting, your trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, which could give you all these things, okay? As the scriptures say, seek out the kingdom, seek the kingdom first, and these things shall be added onto you. So whatever it is that your heart desires, if you seek Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai and the kingdom first, man, these things will be added onto you, and even if you don't get them, all right, if you don't get them, it's because it ain't meant for you to have them on this side, all right, but you're still storing up your riches in your spiritual bank account to receive them in the kingdom, okay? And like I said, you got a lot of these people that have just joined the military just for something beneficial to themselves. All right, as the scriptures say, in these last days, right, there will be what? Perilous times, okay? And they shall be what? Lovers of themselves. So a lot of these people are doing it, for them to benefit off of it. You see? Not thinking logically, okay? You're supposed to be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. So in these last days, it ain't the right move for you to be joining no damn military, man. Because these people not going to come back. If they think that they're coming back, they're out of their damn minds. All right, Esau gonna make you go out there, all right, and give up your life. Okay, he gonna use you as a sacrifice. Basically, that's exactly what it is. He using you as a damn sacrifice. Okay, and you go out there and you and they never tell you exactly how many people are being unalived out there. All right, they'll just throw out any little number at the end of the day. Shalom, they'll just throw out any little number. It's always more than what they're actually putting on, the media. Okay. So let me see. I'm gonna grab this one first. Give me 1 second. Let's grab this one first, right? Let me grab this one first. This is
Now she's crying and wants to quit. She signed an 8-year contract and agreed to possible overseas assignments and deployment to dangerous areas. At the time, she was excited because she received a signing bonus and believed military life would mostly be safe. But things changed quickly. After tensions and conflict between the United States and Iran recently escalated, she was reportedly told she could be sent to serve in the region. That is when the reality of the situation hit her. She said she suddenly realized she might face real danger and possibly risk her life. Now she says she regrets the decision and wishes she could leave the military. Now,
you see, so she joined and celebrated her ass off because she caught a little bonus, you know, joining in the military. And that's how they suck you in, man. And that's exactly how they're gonna suck you in for this damn MOTB too. You know, little sign-on bonus for Bound Down to buy all. You know, Esau always has an agenda behind what he's doing, man. He always try. There's no such thing as things are just given to you and it's all good. And in order for you to receive these things, there has to be some type of sacrifice being fucking made at the end of the day, man. Okay, so a lot of these people in the past have joined the military, you know, thinking that they will never go to war, thinking that they wouldn't be used for war because they're women. You know, they think they're just gonna sit at the barracks all day and just fucking, you know, collect a check. Okay, and that nothing is ever gonna be intensified, man. Whenever you join a military, especially for America, because America's always waging war somewhere, somehow, right? On some country, all right? You have to be prepared as a so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American to go out there and be sent off to war, man. You see? And that's the problem with this generation, man. This generation is just so lost and delusional. So like you're delusional that they think that they can actually beat and find a loophole through society, man, to be able to eat and you know, get a benefit out of it, man. Nah, man, Esau gonna always come to you first. Even as much as when it comes to you using the government, right? You got people that do that shit today. They'll just, you know, Section 8 and, you know, welfare, all right? They'll try to use the government to their advantage to get these little loopholes. But remember, when something is needed by your government, you're going to be the first one that they come after. You see? Because you used us, well, we got to use you now. See? That's why I was never the type to use anything that got to do with the government. I could care less. I'll suffer it. You see? Because you can't depend on them, man. The moment you try to depend on them, they're going to find a way to get at you. All right? So here it is. She, you know, she celebrated because she got the little bonus. But look, now things have intensified. Now she's definitely going to be sent out there. You see? And if you get sent out there, you're not coming back, especially more than ever now, because now they're ready to send ground troops, man, out in Iran. Now it's about to turn into a ground war. You see? And who you think they're going to use for that? They're going to send Jake out there, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? Now they want to, now there's a video going around where they talking about, I think it's a sergeant or a lieutenant, one of them, trying to give the idea that they should grab all these niggas that's in jail, you know, that are YNs, send them off to the war in the front lines first, you know? See, this is why you can't, this is why the scriptures say in those last days, this shall be perilous times. You have to be circumspect, redeeming the times because the days is evil, man. Anything can happen at any given moment, you see? So why even put yourself in that situation? That's why you have to seek Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai rather than, you know, walking in darkness and in wickedness, man. You see? These people rather, you know, have pleasures of sin for a season, because that's what you're doing when you join in this military. You're trying to have pleasures of sin for a season, man. Okay? Than to suffer with the children of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Instead of suffering like Yahweh Shai did. People don't want to suffer. People don't want to go through that struggle. Okay? They want to, they're content with just getting by with Esau's little crumbs. And see, it's all fun and games until it's time for you to go to war. Okay? This is another video right here. This is
Iran, bitch, we did World War I, and we did World War II. Bitch, we'll do this shit again. Iran, we ain't scared of you. No, where the fuck do y'all stay? We ain't never fuck Iran. Bitch, we did World
So you got, now you got, and it's funny, don't you realize, like, here it is when you go look at these other nations, right? And they show their military troops. They all fucking men. Yeah, you got a bunch of women in the military now. A bunch of military women and a bunch of fucking half fruity pebble ass niggas that's part of the military. You see? They're not men no more, man. Okay? And then when the time comes for war, now they don't want to go out there and serve their country. Now they don't want to fight. Why? Because shit just got real. All right? And even the men today don't even want to go to war because they're not fit for war. They're not men of war, man. Like it was back in those back in the days, man. Men were actually, you know, when they went to war for United States, man, they were men. They were about that life, man. And even then, it was being taken out. All right, but at least they had, you know, them niggas really went out there to serve their country. These people, they ain't really ready to serve no country. They ain't really ready for war. All right, they just think this shit is a fun and games, man. All right. Matter of fact, let me grab this. This is Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah. Jeremiah 51. All right. And let's take it from 28. And it says, prepare against her the nations with the kings of the Medes. All right. And all these nations, right, along with Russia, are all preparing for war. And the captains thereof, and all the rulers thereof, and all the land of his dominion. And the land shall tremble in sorrow. For every purpose of the Lord Yahweh shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without an inhabitant. The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. You see, meaning that the mightiest warriors no longer fight. They don't want to fight. They're not ready for war no more. All right. The Lord said in those last days, right, that the mighty men, all right, shall utterly cry, shall bitterly cry. Bitterly. Hold on. This is Zephaniah 1 and 4. It says, the great day of the Lord Yahweh is near, and it is near and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. The mighty men shall cry there bitterly. You see? And the day of the Lord is what? Is war, is judgment. All right. The day of the Lord is a fastly approaching. All right, which you call Armageddon, man. So the mighty men in those days are gonna bitterly cry. They ain't gonna be ready for war, because Babylon the Great is gonna be destroyed, and everything that comes out of Babylon the Great. So that means all these other nations is gonna prosper over Babylon the Great. Are they gonna be destroyed also? Absolutely. Okay, but the Lord gonna make sure that He put the spirit on all these other nations to be ready for war and to weaken Babylon the Great. Okay, and that's what you see right now. Babylon the Great is being weakened. Okay, this is give me a second, hold on. All right. Isaiah 33 and 7 tells you what? All right, that the valiant ones, right? Let me grab that real quick. Isaiah 33 and 7, it says, behold, their valiant ones shall cry without. The ambassadors of peace shall weep bitterly. You see? So you read that in NLT, it says, but now your brave warriors weep in public. You see? The valiant ones are ones that, you know, when you go into that word valiant, it goes into those that are showing courage, showing determination. These niggas is determined to go join the war, right? I mean, to join the military, right? They want to show courage. Oh yeah, I'm a man. Let me go join this thing, right? Oh yeah, the men talking about, oh, I can't wait to go out there and shoot me some of these people, some of that people, right? But when your ass get to that war scene, it ain't what you thought it was, man. Is a true survival of the fittest out there. And you talk about men that you're going up against, right? Especially these modern day Persians, these Iranians, man, that's all they know is war, man. All they've been since they were 5, 6 years old, they've been blowing shit up. You see? So then when you go out there, you realize, yo, they about that life. They know war tactics, you know, they some true warriors. They some ready to die warriors out there, man. If them niggas is out there blowing up themselves thinking that they're going to have 14 wives in the kingdom, all right, imagine how easy it is for them to just go blow something up. Where America is just all about being spoiled and, oh, you know, we're the best at everything and we're this and we're that. You see? So you've been lied to. You've been bamboozled. Esau made you think that your technology, you know, all this military technology is going to be able to save you. Like if these other nations ain't got their own military technology, you see, they've been had their technology ready. That they've been preparing ever since America has been that powerhouse since way back in the day. Ever since America dropped that bomb, right? That atomic bomb in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, right? All these nations have been preparing themselves for war, man. Because they already knew that America was that powerhouse at that time. So all you did was push these damn nations into a corner, ready to go to battle at any given moment. Look, they can't even figure out what Iran had in store. Iran has been quiet for a while now, man. Just stacking up on their artillery, their military tactics, you see? And now you're starting to see the power that they have, you know? They out there straight running house on Israel right now. They're straight running house on the United States. They're not telling you that, though. They're not going to tell you that because they want you to join the war. They're going to start drafting you niggas and they're going to make it sound good. You see? So they don't want you to know that they're doing horrible, but hey, there's leakage of videos going around right now telling you that they're not winning the war right now. You see? And that's why, all right, going back to Jeremiah 51, right, and 30, the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holds. Their might has failed. You see, their might is not no longer what it used to be. Because everybody has that same might now and more and some, you see? It says to make the land of Babylon, their might has failed. They became as women. Yeah. And when you look at their military power, that shit filled with women. What the hell is a woman really going to do out there in battle? I don't give a shit how many MMA fighting tactics you know, how many chokeholds you know. You're still a woman at the end of the day. You're not fit for that. You're a weaker vessel, okay? But when you see these other nations, ain't none of them got women in their military, man. You might find a couple of them in there, you know, but nah, they got men that's prepared for war, you see? The Lord said, wake up the mighty men of war, not the mighty women. So all these nations, all right, they have men that are ready, prepared for war and prepared to die for their countries. Our people ain't prepared for that shit. Like we just witnessed, she went out there to go get a paycheck, you know? And that goes for the men too. Some of these men are on that same time. Yeah, I'm going to join the military. You know, I'm going to get me my little benefits. You know, if I got to go out there and just stand in a couple of stations, you know, they think they're just going to be stationed from one place to another, all right? And that they're never going to actually go to war and go, you know, go fight on ground terms, man. But see, that's what's about to happen. It's about to be a ground war. So now that raises the stakes for 18 to 36. They said 18 to 26. Now that shit went up from 18 to like 39. All right, that they're calling men for the war. You see? And it's gonna go to you women too. You women want to have equal rights. You want to act like women, like men. You want to be masculine and shit. Well, they're gonna send you out there too. Okay? And you're gonna become war booty out there. You see? You're gonna get ravished out there. Right? So it says, their might has failed. They became as women. They have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken. Okay? So let me grab another video, right? Look at this little nigga right here.
The regime seeks to kill. The lives of courageous American heroes may be lost, and we may have casualties.
What the fuck?
It often happens in war. But we're doing this not for now. We're doing this for.
So fuck me then, right? I'm gonna fucking die.
We pray for every service member as they selflessly.
Pray for me, man. Pray. What? So we're gonna fight Israel's fight, right? Fuck the Americans. We're all gonna fucking die. That's what he just fucking said.
Will never be threatened by a nuclear armed Iran.
We're gonna fight Israel's fight. Are you fucking kidding me? Americans are gonna do it. I'm gonna fucking die.
The men and women of the armed forces will prevail.
Got me fucked up. I gotta go to fucking war for that guy, for Israel. America's gonna fucking die. Fuck.
Yeah, so what you thought was gonna happen? You thought you was just gonna go out there, you know, and have a great steak meal, and you was gonna go out to war and you was gonna come back alive, man? You know, when you see people getting Medal of Honors and shit from the war, man, and when they come back, all right, they come back with one eye missing, one leg missing, you know, fucking arm blown off, half their head blown off and pieced back together, you see? And that was in the time of World War I and World War II. World War III is different. This shit ain't like it used to be. It ain't just guns and that's it. Now it's just things are fought with missiles, man. Things are used to explode shit. You see? So it ain't no I'm coming back with one leg and one arm. Okay? If you go to war now, hey, it's a 95% chance that you not coming back. Okay? The ones that make it back, all right, it'd be these Edomites, man, because they ain't the ones that really go out there and be sent. See, they send Jake on the front line. They'll use these Edomites, right, to be using like the technology to sit from across the world and be pushing buttons and controlling shit like that. See, that's what they used Esau for, man. All right, because that's his blessing. All right, but as far as the ground wars and the ones that are set on the front lines, yeah, it's gonna be you Jakes, man, because they could care less about your life, man. They could care less if you come back or not. And all they're gonna tell you is they're gonna blow the trumpet for you, you know, 21 shots in the air, okay? Sing a sad ass song, wrap you up with a damn fucking a United States flag, and tell you we're happy you served our country. Meanwhile, you in the spirit world, man. You know, that's why you don't join military, you know, because there's no point. There's no point to serve a country that doesn't serve you. There's no point to serve a country that hates your ass, that hates your guts. You know, so what did you expect? Now he's sad as hell, he got to go to war. Oh, well, you be. Ain't nobody tell you to join. Should have stayed home and played Call of Duty. Right? This is...
Congress was not asked about this.
No, we were not, and that's the problem. You know, there are people that will land on all sides of this conflict and what should be happening or shouldn't be happening, but the one thing that I want to remind the American people of is that we have a Constitution, and frankly, as members of Congress, we swore an oath to the Constitution as well as the president, and right now, what we are clearly witnessing is a lawlessness yet again from this administration, and my question to my colleagues in a very serious way is, will you put aside your loyalty to this orange man and actually focus on your loyalty and your oath to the Constitution, which says that only Congress has the power to declare war? It is time to rein him in a bipartisan way. Thomas Massie and Ro Khanna have been working together quite often on bipartisan legislation, including the Epstein files. And so they do have a war powers resolution that they have been working on together. And I do know that Ro Khanna has made it clear that he wants to bring that to the floor on Monday. My question to Speaker Johnson is, how many people are going to have to die because this president just decided that he was going to do whatever he wanted to and to ignore our congressional authority and our congressional powers? I don't think that we should wait till Monday. And this is being said as someone who literally has an election on Tuesday. I've got to make sure that I am doing what I swore an oath to do as a sitting member of the House. And I think Speaker Johnson needs to call us in right now, and we need to deal with this right now.
You see? So you're going to die in the wars, man, as it tells you, right? Let's grab this. This is... This is Revelation 6:4. It says, and there went out another horse that was red, which is Esau, right? And the power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword, you see? And that's what the blessing was given to Esau in the beginning, right? In Genesis the 27th chapter, right? He was given the blessing of the sword, okay? So he has the power to, with his military tactics, right? With his military machines, right? To go out there and you know, basically kill. That's what he's made for, man. He's made to bring death into the world. Okay? And it says what? When you go down to the 7th verse, right? It says, and when he had opened the 4th seal, I heard the voice of the 4th beast say, come and see. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse. And his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto him over the 4th part of the earth to kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. So he was given to the sword to kill, man. All right. And you have our people, right, that are numbered to the sword. You have 1/3 that's going to die by famine, 1/3 that's going to die by these nuclear missiles, and you got 1/3 that's going to die by the sword. The sword, it doesn't have to be just Esau himself putting you to death. You going to war is you being killed by the sword. You see? And the Lord said clearly, let's grab that. This is 2nd Ezra's. See, 2nd Ezra's is screaming, boy. 2nd Ezra's 15th chapter is screaming right now on a whole nother level. Right? 2nd Ezra 15:5. Behold, saith the Lord Yahushua, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. You see? So the Lord lining up these fools, man, to be killed by the sword. Okay? That's why it tells you in Ezekiel. Let's grab that real quick. This is Ezekiel 21:9. And it says, Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, say a sword. A sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened that it shall make a sore slaughter. You see? It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth, it contemneth the rod of my son as every tree. And he has given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. The sword is sharpened and it is furbished, and to give it into the hand of the slayer. You see? And who gonna be the ultimate slayer is Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right. But in this case, it's gonna be Esau. It says, cry and howl, son of man, for it shall come upon my people. You see? It shall be upon all the princes of Israel. Terrors by reason of the sword shall be upon my people. Smite therefore upon thy thigh, because it is a trial. And what if the sword contemn even the rod? It shall be no more, saith the Lord Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. You see? It says, therefore, thou therefore, son of man, prophesy and smite thine hands together, and let the sword be doubled the third time. The sword of the slain, it is the sword of the great men that are slain, which entered into the privy chambers. I have set the point of the sword against all their gates, that their heart may faint, and their ruins may be multiplied. Ah, it is made bright, it is wrapped up for the slaughter. You see? So Esau's just setting you up for failure, man. Just to take you out of the way. Just another depopulation tactic, man. Send some of these niggas out there to go to war. We're going to get rid of most of them out there, you know. We're going to have them bomb shit. We're going to have them, you know, go out there and kill innocent people, all right? But I know that deep down, these other nations are going to come back and smack the shit out of us, all right? And most of these people going to die. And they're going to look at it as, you know what? Better than us. Better them than us, okay? That's how they looking at it. Because remember, they're trying to keep this as a white man's world, right? So the world to come, they only want Esau. They don't want none of you damn Jakes, man. All right? Unless your ass is, you know, pretty much a digital slave where they have total control of you. Okay? So that sword, man, is right around the corner. Right? Let's grab these last two precepts and I'll close it out. Okay? This is 2nd Ezra's 16 and 33. It says, the virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms, right? The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Yeah. So all these women are going to be left with no men, okay, that are at home, right? That are at home. Those are they're gonna lose their men in war, man. Okay. And then it says the women shall mourn. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn. Yeah, some of you women gonna mourn because you're gonna be sent off to these wars also. Okay, let's grab this. This is Isaiah, the 3rd chapter and 25. It says, thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war, and her gates shall lament and mourn, and she, being desolate, shall sit upon the ground. You see? So again, okay, all these men that have signed up for the war, you will not come back. You are going to meet your doom out there. You're going to be numbered to the sword. Plain and simple. Okay? You women that have signed up for these military actions, right? You're going to not come back. You're going to be ravished, booty, war booty, and if not, you're going to eventually pass away, man. Okay? And that's exactly what Esau wants you to do. Okay? He wants you to give up your life for his war instead of him fighting his own damn war. We're over here fighting a war for a whole nother country that we're not even involved with, man. You see? But we are involved with them because America's is Israel's little bitch. But what I mean is that, you know, we're not living out there in Israel. So what the hell we out there fighting for them for? You know? But hey, surely the least of the flock will what? Draw them out. Okay? Shall surely draw them out. And that's what has happened. They have made us go to war for them. Okay? And now DJ Trump using, you know, what he can to his advantage. And that's you Jakes to join the military, you know. They'll brainwash you in school where I think that shit was called ROTC, something like that. You know, when I was in school, that's what it was called. You always had some type of military ass dude walking around trying to recruit people, you know. And now you're going to have no choice, because now 18 to 26, and is even higher than that, they're automatically going to be drafted to the war. You see? That's why you need Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah to keep you away from things like that, man. You know, the Lord was going to keep you away from all this terror, you know. The Lord going to guide you in what? In righteousness. He going to guide you towards this word and keep you away and keep you safe and sound. Okay? So, hey, man, that's pretty much the point. It's all fun and games till you got to go. Till your ass got to go to the war and you know, get drafted. Or if you're already in the military, it's all fun and games. There's all the nice little dances, all the nice little check and benefit to their ass tell you, bring. You gotta deploy out to Iran, you know. Now you want to get scared. Now you want to be like, oh, I don't want to do that, this and that. That's why a lot of these people gonna kill themselves, man. A lot of these people gonna kill themselves behind closed doors, man. Okay? They'll tell you that they lost their lives in the war when they really just off themselves, man. Okay? But hey, I'm gonna leave it there. Through the Spirit, Lord willing, you will edify. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kol Haloyim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. The Akim and the Akwat that was listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing, that the lesson was edifying. To the next one, Shalom. Keep fighting the good fight of faith. And during that good soldiers up, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.